Stop scrolling, because one single post from Teyana Taylor has just set the entire internet on fire. What initially looked like a simple update quickly transformed into a full-blown mystery, and fans haven't been able to stop talking about it since the moment it went live. Within minutes, social media platforms were flooded with screenshots, theories, slow-motion replays, and endless speculation. One name began surfacing again and again in conversations across timelines, comment sections, and private group chats: Aaron Pierre. Nobody saw this connection coming, and even fewer people expected a single post to stir up this level of discussion. Yet here we are, watching what appeared to be a quiet, intimate moment turn into a massive public spectacle almost instantly. Fans are divided, shocked, intrigued, and desperate for answers. All of it began without warning. There was no build-up, no teaser, no countdown, just Teyana posting an image paired with a caption that felt layered, emotional, and intentionally vague. The suddenness of it all made people pause. Something about this post felt different, and fans immediately sensed that it wasn't random. The photo itself stood out from anything Teyana had shared before. The lighting was moody and intentional, the framing deliberate, and her expression unreadable yet deeply expressive. It wasn't playful or casual. There was a cinematic quality to it, almost like a still from a film rather than a social media post. Everything about the image suggested careful thought, as if it were meant to tell a story that words alone could not capture. Fans instantly felt the energy was personal, charged, and purposeful. Even the smallest details drew attention. The emojis she chose, the wording of the caption, and even what she didn't say sent subtle signals that caused fans to stop scrolling and start analyzing. People reread the caption repeatedly, questioning every phrase and punctuation mark. Nothing felt accidental. It was the kind of post that made viewers feel like they were missing something hidden just beneath the surface. Almost immediately, speculation erupted. Fans began scrutinizing the image, as if it were a puzzle waiting to be solved. Her posture, her gaze, the background, and even the positioning of her hands were examined for clues. Some fans believed she looked calm and at peace, interpreting the post as a sign of closure or emotional clarity. Others saw something more guarded, suggesting she was protecting a secret or quietly signaling a change she wasn't ready to announce openly. As the analysis deepened, more people became convinced that the post was hinting at someone specific. And just as many had suspected, the name Aaron Pierre began appearing everywhere. The timing of the post, combined with subtle details fans associated with him, felt too precise to be dismissed as coincidence. What initially felt like a reach quickly turned into a dominant theory that refused to fade. This speculation didn't emerge out of nowhere. For weeks prior, there had already been quiet rumors circulating online about a possible connection between Teyana and Aaron. Fans had noted indirect interactions, overlapping timelines, and moments that seemed insignificant on their own, but compelling when viewed together. Past sightings, subtle social media behavior, and vague mentions had already planted seeds of curiosity. Teyana's post seemed to align perfectly with that speculation, almost like a quiet confirmation wrapped in artistic expression. Suddenly, fans were revisiting old interviews, rewatching clips, and scrolling through months of posts in search of anything that could connect the dots. It became less about the image itself and more about the story it appeared to tell without saying a word. The internet shifted into detective mode, with everyone convinced they were one observation away from uncovering the truth. Within minutes, social media platforms erupted. Twitter threads multiplied at lightning speed. Instagram comment sections turned into battlegrounds of opposing theories. TikTok users uploaded rapid-fire analysis videos, breaking down every possible detail frame by frame. Screenshots spread like wildfire, and the same image was reposted thousands of times, each time with a new interpretation attached. Some fans insisted this was Teyana's way of softly introducing a new chapter in her life. Others argued that the internet was overanalyzing an artistic moment and projecting meaning where none existed. Still, nobody could deny the magnetism of the post. It captured attention in a way few posts ever do, keeping people locked in conversation long after it appeared on their screens. Fans began pointing out what they believed were concrete clues linking Aaron to the moment. Certain phrases in the caption felt familiar, echoing sentiments he had expressed in past interviews or posts. The visual aesthetic of the photo mirrored elements from his recent appearances. Even the timing of the post seemed to line up with moments when Aaron had either been spotted publicly or gone unusually quiet online. Individually, each of these details could have been brushed off as coincidence. Together, however, they formed a pattern that felt intentional. Fans believed Teyana was speaking in a coded language, one only those paying close attention would recognize. Every new observation sparked another wave of conversation, reposts, and speculation, keeping the momentum alive. What truly fueled the frenzy was Teyana's silence afterward. She didn't respond to comments, didn't clarify the meaning, and didn't acknowledge the viral reaction at all. Her quiet presence spoke louder than any statement could have. Fans debated endlessly about her intentions. Was she protecting her privacy? Was she strategically controlling the narrative? Or was she simply allowing the post to stand on its own? Her calm, composed silence amid the chaos only deepened the intrigue. It made the post feel deliberate, almost orchestrated, as if she had released a single spark and stepped back to watch the fire spread. Meanwhile, Aaron Pierre's name began trending globally. And just like Teyana, he said nothing. No post. No reaction. No acknowledgement. His silence became another focal point for speculation. Some fans empathized, pointing out how overwhelming it must be to be pulled into viral rumors without consent. Others believed his lack of denial was telling, arguing that silence itself can function as a statement. Every hour that passed without clarification only intensified the conversation. Blogs and entertainment pages soon picked up the story. Headlines grew bolder, and the theories more elaborate. Some outlets suggested that the post had nothing to do with Aaron at all. It could have been a statement about personal growth, self-love, or an upcoming creative project. Yet even those explanations couldn't fully calm the internet. Once curiosity had been unleashed, it refused to be contained. Every fan, blogger, and casual observer became part of the narrative. People stitched together past rumors with present ambiguity, creating stories that felt as real as confirmed news. What made this moment so compelling was its emotional weight. Fans don't just follow Teyana for her talent. They follow her for her journey. Her struggles, heartbreaks, victories, and vulnerability have all created a deep emotional bond with her audience. This post resonated because it didn't feel performative. It felt intimate, like a glimpse behind the curtain. People felt protective of her happiness, curious about her intentions, and emotionally invested in what the post might represent. The contrast between Teyana's calm and the chaos surrounding her only amplified the suspense. Fans scrutinized everything: old comments, past photos, and fleeting interactions with Aaron. Social media was flooded with posts asking, "What does this mean? And are they together?" The narrative evolved far beyond a single image. It became a layered story involving perception, history, and collective imagination, engaging millions around the world. As theories continued to pour in, the emotional impact of the post remained undeniable. Some fans were convinced it was a soft launch of a new relationship. Others maintained it was purely artistic expression. Either way, the result was the same. Teyana had captured attention, sparked debate, and ignited curiosity on a massive scale. As the day went on, one question dominated every conversation. What happens next? Will Teyana post again and clarify the meaning? Or will she maintain her silence and let the mystery deepen? Will Aaron finally respond? Or will he remain a silent figure at the center of speculation? Every pause, every lack of comment, and every minor interaction was analyzed as if it held the answer. Fans weren't just watching a celebrity post unfold. They were living inside the suspense, constructing a narrative in real time. Ultimately, this moment wasn't just about Teyana, Aaron, or even a rumored relationship. It was about control, emotional storytelling, and narrative power. Teyana demonstrated that sometimes silence is louder than words, and mystery can be more compelling than confirmation. Her timing, restraint, and absence from the conversation created a perfect storm of intrigue and engagement. Fans weren't captivated by answers. They were captivated by uncertainty. And that uncertainty is exactly what keeps people coming back. So the lingering question remains: was this post a quiet nod to Aaron Pierre? or simply a reflection of Teyana's personal growth and independence? No one knows for sure, and that mystery is what makes the story impossible to ignore. Fans will continue watching, speculating, and waiting for the next clue. Because with Teyana Taylor, every move carries meaning, every silence speaks volumes, and every post has the power to ignite an entire conversation. And this time, one post did exactly that, turning curiosity into chaos, speculation into obsession, and fans into detectives desperate for the truth. One image, one caption, one silence, and suddenly the internet can't look away.